Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my people. Today's video specifically is going to be about how you guys can make sure your CV is getting out there in front of the right clients and in front of the right recruiters, and what exactly you can do. I'm going to be going through some tips, inshallah they benefit you, and then we'll look over LinkedIn and exactly what are the sort of things that people look out for on LinkedIn as well. We'll go through both. So inshallah, let's try and make this video beneficial. And if you guys can, I appreciate you to share this on your social medias as well, because I know a lot of my brothers and sisters will be going through some issues in terms of finding jobs, looking for employment, and many people these days are actually out of work. So the whole point of me doing this from Monday to Friday is so inshallah you guys can benefit from them as well. But let's get right into it because I want to keep this one short. So people, what I'm going to do here is basically just show you guys exactly a rough format of a CV. And I'm not going to give you the finished article because really and truly, everyone's CV should be different. Like there's no set way of doing a CV, but there are definitely tips that I can give you guys, and especially tips to stand out in front of recruiters and clients. So getting right into it, look, the obvious things, have your name there listen, just have your name there in big and capital letters, all right? The address there, and if you guys don't want your street there, it's your street there or your house number, that's okay. But at least have your postcode and your area, because people want to know like whereabouts are you roughly from. So to find out if you're far from the place that they want to put you forward to, or if you're not. And I'm not gonna lie, like this sounds so basic, but please, like, have your number there. Like, just have your mobile number, and you know what, also put in a landline. And the reason I say that is especially if you're looking for a job, many times you have it where you might miss a phone call on your mobile number. Your CV might be good enough, but say for example you're in a skill set where there's actually a lot of people in that skill set, right? Like, I don't know, say you're looking to get a job in logistics or warehouse basically, and there's a lot of people maybe looking for a job in your area. Someone might come across your CV, call you on your mobile, but then actually, because you haven't got a landline number, they miss your mobile and they don't call you on your landline, and they call someone else, they get through to someone else, and that person says, yeah, I'm happy, put my CV forward, I'll go in for an interview on Monday. Like, you can so easily miss an opportunity. Just have your landline number there as well. You're not going to get harassed. Like, people are only going to call you if you're applying for a job, or if a recruiter is sort of interested in speaking to you about a job. So have your landline number there as well. You know what, I'll just mention the fact that landline and mobile. Right, okay, now personal profile. Now this is an interesting one. Many people don't actually know this, and in school and college and uni, and well, apart from many other things, you're not actually taught. A personal profile isn't actually important. In fact, it's not necessarily at all. Like, you can have a line in there, maximum 2, and don't feel like you need to tell your story of 2 paragraphs, because trust me, you don't. Like, it's completely fine for you to just have a line, and even if you didn't have that line, honestly, it's not the end of the world. So have a personal profile, something catchy, something witty, something to catch someone's eye. Most of the time, no one's gonna actually read it though, so yeah, don't worry about it too much basically. So this is subjective though, to depending on what your main selling point is, because in essence your CV is basically your selling point, right? So should your qualifications be at the top of the CV, or should your qualifications be at the bottom of the CV? To be honest with you, it depends on what is the main selling point of your CV. You see, if you don't have any experience, or if you're looking for a job, for example, in engineering, your qualifications are in engineering, but your experience has been maybe in retail, then it makes sense to have your qualification right at the top as the first thing that, you know what, it attracts the recruiter, it attracts the person who's looking at your CV, it attracts the people that are basically looking at your CV and saying, yeah, this guy is exactly what we're looking for. Don't have your experience above if it's in retail, but you're looking for a job in engineering. So whatever it is, that's your main selling point. If you're 5-6 years in the industry and your experience is the main selling point, then don't have your qualifications up, and especially if they're not related. So you might have qualifications in, like, I don't know, a criminology, for example, but your experience is maybe in sales, and so therefore you're looking for a job in sales, so your experience should be at the top. And so whatever is the more important of the two, have that at the top of your CV. Now, I'll add something in here. this is actually very important, and so bear this in mind. And so when it comes to your CV, there are certain things that you should bear in mind, especially when you're applying for jobs and your jobs are out there on job boards. Whatever it is you're looking for, that role will have some keywords. So for example, say you're looking for a software engineering role, or say you're looking for a software role in general. That software role will demand basically certain packages that you've worked on in the past. It's important for you to highlight those topics and those packages in your CV. Okay? Not only should you mention them maybe in your experiences, you should mention them in your interests. Maybe you should mention them in key skills, add in a little bit for your key skills. Why do I say this? Because say, for example, a recruiter is looking for someone with Java experience, or someone with C# experience, or someone with accountancy, ACCA in particular experience, or anything in particular. Whatever that job that person is looking for, they will type in the keywords. So say, for example, they're looking for a salesperson with engineering experience. They will put in sales and engineering. They will put in engineering and cold calling and different terms. So those terms should be in your CV, because if they're not, then you're not going to come up in the searches for recruiters and maybe even clients at times. So make sure of that. If there's something you're looking to get into, have keywords that come in your CV often, because when people search for your CV will be at the top of the searches. And so I hope that's something that helps you guys. So I hope that makes sense. I hope those key little points make sense in your CVs. Look, if you guys want me to make in-depth videos on that, I will, but I need to move on to the ones that want to know about LinkedIn. So inshallah, let's get right into the LinkedIn one. So first of all, LinkedIn is massive, especially if you're looking for jobs, especially if you're sort of standing out. You should definitely be reaching out to clients as well on LinkedIn. Like if there's a particular job that you're looking for, add the hiring manager up, add people up in that company. So another thing that I want to show you guys actually is this, which is LinkedIn Recruiter. Now look, I'm only showing you a part of it because people's profile comes up and man doesn't want to get in trouble and that, you get me? So basically what you can type in is job titles. For example, if I type in recruitment consultant, I get candidates that come up on the right, which by the way, you can't see. I can also search things like skills. I can search locations. I can search companies. So I might search, for example, if I like people from a certain company, I can search those people. I can also do keywords. So here, for example, I can do engineering and it will come up like that. And I could do more as well, for example, as well as engineering. Here I can do obviously the current companies. Maybe you're working for a current company and I just want to headhunt you from that company. I can do that. So what I'm getting at, these are the sort of search terms that a recruiter will look at, or even clients will look at. HR managers, talent acquisition people, they have access to LinkedIn Recruiter. These are the sort of things that they use, and from this they're able to basically go to you guys and find you guys and find your profiles on LinkedIn. So if you're on there, so you sort of need to amend your profiles for these things, because these terms will mean that you will come up basically. So inshallah that benefited you guys. Inshallah it gives you a bit of an insight to what basically recruiters look for, what sort of things you need to put on your CVs and LinkedIn. And listen, I will keep these videos coming. There's a new one coming out tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. So share with your family and friends, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new, and if you guys haven't already, like this video. But that's all from me today. Jazakallahu khairan. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.